Trading Leather booked his place in the Irish Derby with success in a strong-looking listed event at the Curragh today. Trading Leather in those pale colours was the best-backed horse of the day and was given a very positive ride by Kevin Manning in the 10-furlong listed stakes. The 5-4 favourite, placed in both the Dancy and Irish Guineas this season, looks set to be given a fright by Lines of Battle, but he kicked clear in the closing stages and took a long time to pull up on his favoured fast ground. Trainer Jim Bolger confirmed the Irish Derby would be next on his agenda.
Racing down now to a furlong and a half from the finish, and in the centre of the track, Trading Leather hits the front. Kingston Jamaica running on the inside. Lines of Battle is next, Captain Joy, and they're followed by Aloof. Racing down now towards the final furlong, Trading Leather, Lines of Battle staying on the outside of Kingston Jamaica, but it's Trading Leather and Kevin Manning, 2.5 to 3 in front, and Trading Leather will draw on to win well. Second home, Lines of Battle, Kingston Jamaica, Aloof.
Bolger had earlier scored in the same colours when Freedom Square took the 6-furlong maiden. The son of Lawman was the only one with experience in the 8-strong field, and he made it pay, making all as the 9-4 joint second favourite. He could go next for the Railway Stakes.
Beginning the run to the final furlong now in Freedom Square, and on the outside Miss Your Power. These in front of Dove Mountain as they race inside the final 150 yards in Freedom Square from Miss Your Power, and running on behind them is Shining Emerald and Bush Pilot putting in late work the far side, but it's Freedom Square from Shining Emerald.
Royal Empress broke her duck at the 7th attempt in the other 6-furlong maiden for David Watchman and Wayne Lorden. She was group placed last year but had struggled to get off the mark. But she's done so now and will head for stakes races.
And it's Royal Empress now on the near side, who picks up the running and stretches the length or so in front as they race up towards the finish. Royal Empress holding the renewed effort of Illustrate and Wexford Opera, with Tabari in fourth, Swift Action and Cottrell and Palace Art.
Regal Power won the sprint handicap. The 10-1 shot in the white colours. Check Cap and Cheek Pieces was making his seasonal debut and is clearly suited by a sound surface.
As they begin the run, Tar Seal is making ground behind them, also Sword of Light, and now You Can Choose being taken on in the centre by Tar Seal. Regal Power on the outside, then comes Sword of Light, who's staying on Tar Seal and Regal Power. Regal Power on the far side heads Tar Seal as they run to the finish. Regal Power driven out by Declan McDonough beats Tar Seal. Sword of Light.
Magenta looks a nice improving sort for trainer Kevin Prendergast. The filly in the purple colours and noseband won the 1.5 fillies handicap to follow up her success over 10 furlongs at Dundalk last time. This was her first run in a handicap. She won this off 84 and will surely win plenty more races.
And as they race now towards the final furlong, Carissa now headed on the near side by Magenta. Maggie Dalton staying on the outside. Racing now towards the final 200 yards. Magenta from Maggie Dalton. Carissa's third and fourth place, Lady Imola. Inside the last 100 yards, Magenta on the far side holding Maggie Dalton as they go to the line. Magenta goes on to win. Second is Maggie Dalton, close third.
The 3-1 favourite Levanto in the white colours and red disc won the other 12-furlong handicap. She was left in front longer than she wanted as Zakir in the green colours of the Aga Khan with the red cap made a spirited late challenge. But Levanto hung on to record her second win from 4 starts.
Zakir is putting in a late bid. They're racing now to the final 200 yards. Levanto in front of Plint and Zakir as they race up towards the final 200 yards. Levanto, Zakir finishing strongly in the centre, running up towards the finish. Levanto and Zakir is very close. Zakir and Levanto, Plint in third.
And here are the finishing stages of the 1.5 maiden that closed the card.
Racing down to the final furlong now, Dabadi and the leader from Waver in second, and then comes Alcali in third, and racing on towards the final 200 yards, Dabadi and Declan McDonough race on now, 4 lengths clear of Waver. Alcali on the outside and up towards the finish. Second of the afternoon for Declan McDonough. Dabadi wins clearly from Waver. Alcali is third.